Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley, back with another video. Could Bru McCoy, the wide receiver from USC, officially be on his way to Rocky Top? That is the question. Things have certainly been trending in the right direction. I've mentioned multiple times over the last few days that Bru McCoy is scheduled to visit Knoxville this coming weekend. That is still as planned. And look, Bru McCoy has a good relationship with VAWLS Jones Jr. There's been some communication there, and it seems like Tennessee has set themselves up nicely to land a kid that in the class of 2019 was the #1 ranked athlete in the country out of Santa Ana, California. We got some more news that shows Bru McCoy is trending to Rocky Top. We'll get into that in just a second, but as always, do me a favor and go ahead and smash that like button just below the video. It's quick, it's free, it's easy. It helps the channel. It plays the numbers game, the analytics game. If you like what we do here, do us a favor and hit that thumbs up. Also, if you're new to the Talkin VAWLS Network, welcome. We're not experts. We're not insiders. We're not media. We are fans just like you. For the fans, by the fans. If you like what we do, go ahead and subscribe. Click that bell for notifications. You won't miss out when we go live or when we drop a video. Now, enough of that. Enough of the plugs and the shills. Let's get on with the news. So today it was confirmed that Bru McCoy is in the student directory at the University of Tennessee. Now, does that make it official? No, not necessarily. Austin Price over at VolQuest said it's not done, but it's certainly trending towards that direction. Now, we also saw this with Isaiah Nair just a few months ago. He also entered the student directory at Tennessee, and we saw how that worked out. But things again seem to be trending in the right direction for Tennessee. Now, what would that mean? What would this mean for this offense, for this football team? Bru McCoy is that guy. He is 6'3", 220 pounds. I think he would complement Cedric Tillman nicely on the outside. Again, #1 athlete in the class of 2019, played wide receiver and outside linebacker in high school. Let's take a look at a scouting report. And again, I want to set the stage. Now, I know a lot of you have heard this. Those of you that watch every single video, you've heard it. But I want to go through the scouting report just so you hear what type of prospect Bru McCoy is. This is from Greg Bivens. He's a 24/7 sports analyst. This is as Bru McCoy was coming out of high school. Unique two-way player with a high projection at receiver or outside linebacker. Big, strong, and physical as a wideout with good hands, high-level body control, runs well enough to get behind a defense, makes the tough catch look routine, and can do something with the ball in his hands after the catch as well. Is also a tremendous blocker, plays with incredible effort, outstanding pass rusher, who combines an explosive first step to get to the edge with the power to bull rush a tackle or change direction, and flashes a quick move to the inside. Now, you read that scouting report. You hear that he was the #1 ranked athlete in the class of 2019. Again, you could be saying, Boogie, what's the problem? Sign this guy up. And I'm on board. I am on board. I'm excited. I think he has a ton of potential. I think we could see, the type of development that we saw with Cedric Tillman or Javonte Payton or even VAWLS Jones. The way we saw VAWLS Jones move to the slot last year, and he really shined once they made that switch. So what could be the question? Well, let's take a look at this article. This is from the LA Times. This is back in January when Bru McCoy entered the transfer portal, but I think it does a good job painting the picture if you're questioning why. Why is this kid in the portal? Article here says, after a lost season that began with his arrest and temporary removal from USC's football team, Bru McCoy has entered the transfer portal, ending a tumultuous 3-year tenure with the Trojans. It says the former 5-star receiver was expected to step into a major role on USC's offense in 2021, but never took the field following a July 24th arrest on suspicion of felony intimate partner violence. McCoy was removed from USC's roster soon after, as both the LA District Attorney's Office and USC's Office for Equity, Equal Opportunity, and Title IX continued to investigate the incident. The District Attorney's Office declined to file charges. That's where it gets interesting, guys. When you start saying, whoa, domestic violence, and you're talking about arrest and felony charge, declined to file charges against McCoy last August, citing insufficient evidence. In this country, you've got to have evidence. It can't be he said, she said. You can't end a kid's career. You can't end his opportunity to play college football without some type of evidence. That's where I stand. It says USC continued to investigate. McCoy ultimately never returned to the football field. That is very, very interesting. Goes on to talk here a little bit about USC, some players in the portal. Here it goes back to say McCoy, who attended Santa Ana Mater Dei High, was viewed as one of the top prospects to come out of Southern California in recent memory when he committed to USC in January 2019. Now here's a little bit more baggage. And again, if it's one incident, that's one thing. But when a red flag goes up, when there's multiple incidents, so let's hear what happened after he committed in January 2019. It says just weeks later, after new offensive coordinator Cliff Kingsbury left suddenly to be the coach of the Arizona Cardinals, McCoy decided to transfer to Texas. He spent the spring in Austin before another change of heart led him back to L.A. Mysterious illness left McCoy unable to join the team for most of the next year, but in 2020 he returned to full health. McCoy carved out a minor role in USC's passing attack, 21 catches, 236 yards, and 2 touchdowns. His breakout appeared imminent until his July arrest threw his future with USC into serious doubt. McCoy would never return to the Trojans after that. While his legal issues were resolved last August, his path to playing football again remains unclear. So again, commits to USC, ends up transferring to Texas, and then he comes back to USC, has some medical issues, doesn't get on the field, has one season in 2020, 21 catches, 236 yards, and 2 touchdowns, and then he has the off-the-field incident and doesn't find his way back onto the field again. But again, I'm all about second chances, giving a kid an opportunity. Maybe it would do him well to get off the West Coast, get away from the area, come to Tennessee, come to the East Coast, get a fresh start, and play in this Josh Heupel offense. But forget the bags, forget the question marks off the field. If you question that, it is what it is. I have questions about his play on the field because we all get caught up. I do it, you do it, we're all guilty of it. 5-star prospect in the class of 2019. Sure is sexy to talk about it being the number 1 athlete in that class, but we're talking about a kid that has played limited football in his 3 years at USC. We're also talking about a kid that would have to miss all of spring practice. So he could commit now, he could enroll in the summer, and then he would be able to go through fall camp. Now, Austin Price also said on VolQuest that Bru McCoy did still have access to the USC training facility, but there is a big difference in being able to work out, be able to do training, and being able to go through actual football practice. So can he transfer to Tennessee? Can he get back in football shape and do something positive for this offense? I say let's go. Give him a chance. I think he would complement Cedric Tillman. I think he's got the build, the size. And look, it's Josh Heupel. Look what Josh Heupel did with Tillman. I think he could do the same for Bru McCoy. But you guys know what to do. Hit that comment section. A lot to unpack. I know some of this has kind of been repeated from a previous video I made about Bru McCoy, or maybe we talked in some live streams and stuff, but anybody new coming in, I want to kind of lay out the full picture for what this looks like. But again, Bru McCoy, just to recap, has enrolled at the University of Tennessee. We'll see how his visit goes this weekend, see if an official announcement comes out while he's down in Knoxville. But hit that comment section, let me know your thoughts. Would you take a chance? Would you gamble? Do you think he can get in football shape? Also, if you haven't done so yet, please make sure you smash that thumbs up on the way out the door, and also check out the official merchandise of the Talkin VAWLS Network. Go to bonfire.com/store/Talkin VAWLS. Any and all support we do greatly appreciate. Again, that is bonfire.com/store/Talkin VAWLS. But that's going to do it for this one. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you click that bell. Become a part of the notification squad. Tons of content coming your way, continuing to follow spring practice. We're going to continue to follow the baseball team as they go through this season. On fire right now, absolutely on fire. Join us Sunday immediately following the game for a baseball live stream. But that's going to do it. This is the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.